Okay, welcome back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, if you remember from the my last recording I did was where I left Lara Croft in a place where you could spend some coins in a nice little shop. And the thing that I brought was a grenade launcher, which is 120 coins to spend. And before I got to that place, I was a couple of coins less that I didn't have before. So I had to do a little bit of fast travelling. You may have seen a couple of the coins I've done. So I had to get a couple more by digging up some certain places where I was, that you see me do a bit fast travelling from where I was in the middle of the recording a bit to the very end of the last recording. And so I have now got the grenade launcher with 5 explosive bombs to fire at. And shall show you that, as well as when I did a bit of throwing stuff, if you can't remember what it was, which was some pumpkins I had to throw for a challenge. And if you never knew exactly how to get there, well, on the previous recording with Anna and Lara having an argument, and where we had to smash a tall building down, and when Lara finished off sorting her out and having to meet back up with Jonah and Jacob and Sophia, and that was when it was easier for you to walk around the place without having many more fence posts with little spikes around it to stop you walking around the place, which is where we're going to probably do a little bit more to finish off, well, hopefully try and finish off the pumpkins throwing into buckets. And so that's probably what we're going to start off first of all. So I'll be as quick as I can. But as you know, the recordings with these times that's holding up for the logo of Rise of the Tomb Raider that's on the right hand side corner, which is quite nice, to be honest with you. And if you never played this before, then you're welcome to see my other recordings about it and how it works. Right, now this is where the shop was, right in this doorway here. Right, on the last recording I said about the grenade launcher, it was on the table top, just on the table right on this corner right here. Now the grenade launcher, if you now look at the shotgun at the top right corner with 24 bullets in the middle, and as you can see there's a little line above the 2 and the 4. It's got a little line that's bending around towards the right, and just beside that line that's bending over, there's a number 7 over there, which is for special shotgun shells that is more powerful. I'll show you that at some point as how that works. And now when I brought the shotgun grenade launcher thingy, when you do buy it, you'll have the grenade bomb above the 115 number, as well as the cog at the top where it's got a line that's bigger than the shotgun. As you can see, there's a bit there at the top there with a little, maybe about 6 lines around it, instead of having the assault rifle that has exactly a lot more. I'll explain that a bit more to you soon. Okay, so you'll have 5 grenade bombs to throw at. Okay, so that's where we got that from. Okay, so that explains a little bit with the corner. Now, with the pumpkins, I will do a bit of fast travelling to get to that. Right, so where you want to be is the fast travel over here, and this is where the pumpkins were. They were around this bit round here. Alright, so let's try and find an easier way to get to it. I would have said there. And some of the other maps, like the ones that I was on just a few minutes ago, where you saw where I was and moving the circle towards a new part of the big maps there is. And basically all the different ones there is, they will give you a limit of different things to pick up. You'll collect some relics, some documents, some coins, some big lockers and bits and pieces. I'll explain that to you now. So this big place that's from all the way down here, if you can see, there's a couple of bright ones like this and that and that. If you see some of the very darkish ones, like these ones right here, those are the ones you pick up, that you picked up. Okay, those are the ones that you pick up. The ones that you need to pick up is the ones that's a bit more brighter. And the way to bring these up on your big map that you've got, you're going to have to find a bag that's with this little head symbol right here. And the other thing you need is a map, which is one of these little things right here above the little camp shape. Like if you used to do a camp sleepover, you have one of those things that looks like those. Okay, so you have to find some maps and some bags to bring up some other bits and pieces. The ones that's quite bright, like that one there, that one there, and a couple that's down here. Okay, and so this big map here, and it goes even further around here, around there, goes around here, it goes around here, and it goes around here, around there, over about here. It's a freaking great big massive place. Now if you look at the top, in the bottom left corner, there'll be loads of bits and pieces on it. On the top one says tombs completed, and you have the next one down, which will be missions completed, challenges completed below that one, and you got your next one down, which is something boxes, but they're big boxes where you can get a load of new weapons out of them. And the next one down, which I'm trying to think of what the word is for it, but those are like, find it, it'll be like, if I can get my cursor to sit in the right place, which will be like one of these, which will be in a tomb, or some places that involves a cave, and you'll find them sort of things in there. Okay, so that's what those are. The next one down is relics with bits and pieces in boxes, and some boxes will be like some bits and pieces you can pick up, and the bits to pick up are like these things, like cloths that's here, some sort of plant sitting there, some hide, which is some animal stuff to pick up in there, another set of big skinny boxes, I'll explain that soon. They're nuts where you can use them to upgrade, which I'm up to 48 in a minute, so I'm going to use some of them. Some mushrooms to pick up, some sticks of wood to pick up, some feathers, some oil, which I've got a fair load. I'm going to use some of that soon. Some boar fat over there. One of these little things with a deer on it. So if you look at below the deer, and it's got the deer word, just beside that on the left is the symbol you're picking. Same thing if you see the one when I'm dropping down on the left side where it's got a symbol of a thing on the right hand side. So you want to keep an eye on knowing which sort of things that you're after, okay? And these things are picked up, but yeah, we'll move on. Oh, hang on. Jumped a bit too quickly there. And then the next one below the relics, the documents that you'll pick up, like these things here. And then you pick up mirrors, and mirrors are I think mirrors are like these with a funny shape around it. I'll show you exactly what those are soon. I'll light up. But the next one down below the mirrors are survival caches. And survival caches are like these little square things. Now those will give you different kind of things you can pick up, like I showed you with these things. You'll get random stuff. Okay, you'll collect all sorts of different things. All right. So let's not press the special circle button, because otherwise I'll be back where I was. And the last one is coins. Now, the way to get coins, like this thing down here, you'll have to get Lara to read a tall square building things. I'll show you where those are and what I mean by them. And as you can see, there's a 9 below beside number 7. Now, and you got number 7 over there. That means you collected 7 coins out of the 7 other ones you can dig up. Now, as you can see, there's another number 9 beside it. There's number 2 missing. Right. Now, the 2 are over here, which is one just there, and the other one is over there. Now, let me explain the tool thing, which is over here. Right. You'll have to find 3 of them. Okay. So if you've got 9 beside the number 7. Okay. If you haven't got Lara to read one of these, and you go to another map that says only 0 out of 3, that means you only have to find one of these things just here. Okay. So if there is 0 out of 6, that means you'll have to find 2 of these things. Okay. So each one of those you read, you have to find 3. When you've got Lara to read it, it will bring these up to stick in the big massive map. Okay. So those are those. Right. So now let me go back to continue in sorting out the pumpkins. I'll try and be as quick as I can. Right. Now if you want to go quick, you can just hold L3 to make Lara run. Okay. Or you can press circle or the special B. Okay, whichever one you wanted to decide to do. Now let me explain the pumpkins, if you've never seen the other previous recordings, is that you'll have to throw some pumpkins into baskets. Okay. Right, let me try and track out where I'm going. I'm pretty sure I was going the right way all along. Yep. Right. If you want to move the camera, use your R3 nozzle. Okay. And to make Laura move, is use L3 nozzle to move. Okay. Right, now then. Right, now the task with the pumpkins is that you'll have to throw the pumpkins on these slopey things to go into a bucket. Okay, I've only done 3 on my last recording, and I'm going to have to do another 2 to complete it. Okay, so you'll find 5 of these baskets. You have to throw 1 in each one to make 1 out of 5, and so on and so on. Okay, I've done that one. Alright, so the pumpkins, they are over by, give us a second, if I can get there, are right over here. Okay, so the pumpkins, the way to throw them is exactly the same with the weapons. Now the weapons is to get the accuracy ready by holding L2, which will make Lara do this with it. And it's exactly the same with the pumpkins. Okay, as you can see with the rifle that I'm using, it's got a circle on it. Okay, that is to tell you your accuracy, where you're aiming at. Okay, now the way to throw them is the same as using the assault rifle to shoot. Now the way to do that is push R2. So if I find something that's got, let's just use an arrow for now. Right, so if you want to fire an arrow or whatever, you make sure you hold your L2 first and then press R2 to fire it. So it's the same thing with throwing the pumpkins. Okay, right, now with the pumpkins and the other 4 baskets, one basket is hiding over there on this little slopey bit. If I move a little bit closer, or tell you what, get Lars to sling the axe. Right, the basket for the first one, oh, what can I say? Let me try and get some more sticks. I'll try and get a stupid stick out of the bloody way. There you go. Get that out of the way so we can see. Right, so the second basket is over it. There we go, now we can see. So there's your second one. Like I said, with 5 baskets, you have to throw 1 pumpkin in each one. So there's your second one. Your next one, which will be your third one, it will be hiding over there. So there's your third one. Okay, your fourth one, which is a little bit tricky to bloody see, and it should be just right there. Okay, and that's the one I missed. And your final 5th one will be just here. Okay, right, I don't think I've done that one yet, but I will try and remember. Right, now the probably the best idea for that one is to try and throw the pumpkin just on top of the roof of this thing. Oh, rolled off. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Right, let's try that again. Maybe try a bit more closer. Also, you want to be careful. Did it fall off? I hope not. Yeah, did I just hear it? Pumpkin? Hello? Yeah, of course it fell off. So let's try pull myself back a bit. Try and get lighter. Make it sort of sit there. Ah! I thought it'd be a good idea, but it didn't work. So sometimes it's easy for you to do it, sometimes it's not. Right, so this is the one that I'm on about. Right, so you want to be, maybe try back there. I don't know where that went, but I'll find out in a minute. Did it miss? Oh, did it go in? I've freaking no idea. No, it seems to be stuck. Just give us a second. There we go. So yeah, you gotta get a good set of accuracy, sharp eyes on it. Right. So the next one is just here. So you want to make sure that circle, this circle, right, to sit just on top of the slopey bit. There's that bloody basket over there. But like I said, with these little spiky things, they're alright pig. Because what they can do, they can punch you through your pumpkins. Went the wrong way. Oh dear. But yeah, it's not as simple as you may think it is. Last go. Oh dear. But I'm going to double check if I have done 3. I'm pretty sure I have. Now the way to find that out is if when you do a challenge, you'll find a little star around it. Okay. And the way that is when you do one, it will bring the star up and the rest will tell you how many you've done and how many are left. Okay. Right. Let's try this flicking thing again. Is it that one? Yeah, it is that one. But like I said, with the pumpkins and the fucking spiky things, they're a bit freaking hard to tell where you're freaking aiming at. Because they're quite tall. But like I said, this is my last go, so I'm going to have one more crack at it and then we'll move on. But yeah, it is freaking awkward. You might be able to see the slopey bit, but you got a fat chance of trying to get the circle just bang on it, because you can't really see it. Ah, stuff it. So yeah, you gotta get it freaking perfect. But like I'm going to think about doing is to say that you might want to leave it to the very end of the game, as well as my first recording I did do was all about Nadia and the Wicked Vale place. So you'll probably have to do exactly the same with the pumpkins. This depends on if your anger doesn't build up onto your chest to say, oh, I can't freaking do it. God, why is it so freaking awkward? And not let your anger build up. Alright? So it's always best to have a couple of cracks at it and then move on to another part of the game of itself and then come back to it. And then you'll be okay. Right, now I'm pretty sure I can get down it. Yes I can, use a zip line. But did I go too far down, I wonder? No, we're okay. So you can find zip lines to bring yourself down. Right, also I was going to say about the nuts as well. I was going to take them down because what the problem is, right, if you've got a load more enemies to deal with and they're going to give you some more nuts, but if you've got the maximum number of nuts, then you need to take them down. Okay, now let me explain that to you. Where is it? It's in here, in your infinity. Okay, right, the nuts. Right, so if you see these, this is the arrows. Okay, and that one that's red, that is more arrows. Okay, now when you select this for your arrows, it will be unlocking this one, and then same goes with the nuts. Okay, so when you select that one, this one will go red. No. So if you don't select this one would have the red with a line across it, and the same goes with the other ones. But the only reason why these are grey is because I've been selecting them and collecting them. Okay, so now with the nuts, if you haven't selected this one, you'll carry only 30 of them. Okay, and then when you select this one, it'll give you 45 of them. And then when you unlock that, when you select this one, when it's unlocked, like these ones that's white, you'll get 50 of them. Okay, so that's how you can get more. Right, with the arrows you can carry 20, and with the rifle bullets that I've selected, I did have 90, but I've only got 100 and something at the minute. But when you can tell you're full of them, it will go red when you're about to try and pick up some more of the bloody things. Okay, and with the oil you can carry 20, only 20, which will be when you pick it up, you'll have this one selected as grey. Okay, so if you want some more oil, you can grab it, but they're going to cost you some stuff. Okay, so let me go to the arrows for a minute, and they're going to cost you to get more of your arrows. With 20 you can carry at the moment, so you have to pay. So if you look at the corner somewhere on the left, it will say cost, and the next one across that at the right says infinity. Now infinity means that's your, so if you had your personal bag of your money in it, okay, and you've only brought £50 with you, and you brought something from Tesco's or somewhere, and you bought a couple of things that was worth £20, and you only got £30 left when you bought those. Okay, it's the same sort of thing with the infinity of this thing. Now the infinity with the amount I've got, which is only 39, and the sticks, which is only 39 as well, and the other one at the bottom, which is only 9. And so the cost with the set for the next lot of arrows, if you want them, which is only going to spend you 10 cloths, 4 sticks, and one of the cats. animals things. I'll show you what those are in a little while. So that'll give you a couple more of them. Next one, when you pay for them, you'll have to have 13 cloths, 15 animals or deers, anything like that, and 1 bear you'll need to unlock that, to give you some more of them. And if you've been following along from the other part of the storyline and other recordings I've done, you'll collect the ones I've already collected. Okay, and maybe on my next few recordings I'm going to do, I might start a new save and show you what they cost, if I can remember if I did that or not. Okay, right, so we're going to continue now. Right, okay, so let's take some stuff off. Right, so if you want to take some nuts off, if you're quite full of them, you want to go into weapons and upgrade whatever you want. Okay, so what about the axe? Will it take anything off me, or is it just going to take off cloths and shit? Oh, it will take some nuts off me. Right, now if you look at the top corner, bottom corner on the left, you'll find some white and some red and a bit of grey that's over here. Now the grey is always ones that you select, okay, and the whites always mean that you've got the right amount to pay on the cost, okay, but on the red with the line on it, that means that you have to upgrade bits and pieces on your axe or whatever weapon you're going to use. Okay, now this is the head up here, which is the force for Lara to swing it around all over the place. Okay, and the next one down is the time for Lara to just to give us more time to keep using it, to keep swinging it around and around and around the place. Okay, right, that's what I'm going to do, and that's going to cost me only 4 cloths and 10 nuts. So that'll take some nuts down, even though I'm probably going to need a bit more than that. But also you can use some animals if you want, if you're quite low on them, or if you've got a fair load of them, or if you've got roughly about the same sort of amount that you've got and you think it's worth taking some down just in case. But yeah, you can do that if you want. Now the weapons, now let me explain that to you. Right, okay, so now I'm not sure if I could be able to do that on that one either, but we'll see. Right, now right, you might see some words which are damage at the very top beside this thing right here, and the next one down, which is recoil, and the next one down is reload, and the next one down is ammo capacity, and rate of fire is the last one. Now the damage is basically the power for you to, say if you was to go to the gym and you got a set of tins that's full of water, and if you've never been to the gym and you want to throw a can of water, and when you throw it you're not making hardly a dent or a scratch or a hole through it. And if you put some damage into it with the head symbol, and if you go to the gym to get some more muscles like Arnold Schwarzenegger does down in America, he goes to the gym and gets his muscles. If you're watching the Terminator films or any other films he's done, he's got really strong muscles from the left side and the right side of the back where his shoulder is. And so, like I said, with the muscles with his arms, and when you're picking up a can with a load of water and you can throw it really hard against something, you'll either have a great big hole or good squash tin of water where you can see it really squashed out down. Okay, so that's what that's for. Now the recoil, which is this one right here. Now that allows you to get Lara to hold whatever weapon more steadier for her to aim at stuff. Okay, and that's what the recoil does. All right. So if you fire the gun without putting no recoil, the gun will shake you in her hands and it actually bounces off whatever you're aiming at. Okay, so if you want to put some more accuracy in there to do that, to keep shooting at whatever you want to aim at, you can select that. And as you can see now, this one down here for recoil, he's got a line across it, and the way to unlock that is basically select that one for that to be done. Okay, alright, so that will be that. Right, now your reload, which is to do with the circle around and around, as you can see from where I'm sitting at the minute. Right, now that I'm going to use my fingers for this. Right, so if you've got a load of people shooting at you and you've only got 10 bullets and the people want about 20, and if you quite lower them, then your maximum bullets that you can carry is probably, say, if you had about 30 bullets in the circle where I showed you with the other rifle and bits and pieces I showed you, the reload will speed up to put the bullets back into the little line that goes around the number above the bit where I showed you. And so if the people are shooting you and you're still firing and you run out of the line that goes across towards it, which will go red to say you haven't got enough or you need to reload it a bit more, then you'll have to do that by pressing pressing square or X. And the reload, right, so if you're reloading it and I click my fingers to say I'm reloading and I'm getting that's not fast enough to get more bullets to fire before the people kill Lara, and you want to put some more in it and you select it, you'll be almost getting that sort of pace of fast, that sort of thing, right? Or you might be getting like that sort of sound in it. Okay, so that will allow you to do that. Okay, now the next one down is ammo capacity. Now let me explain that. Right, which is this one right here, and all the ones I said, they are always in the same place for whichever weapon you want to upgrade on it. Right, now with the ammo capacity, right, with the number that's on the right hand corner when I come out, which I'm going to do. Right, so now the reload capacity, if you look at the top right corner with the line that's bending over above the 24 that's sitting there, so if you put the ammo capacity, that bar that's bending over, it'll go even further over. Right, so if I use the assault rifle to pretend that's the shotgun, right, so I'm going to use this shotgun to pretend it's the assault rifle. Right, so if you did put the ammo capacity into the shotgun, the bar at the top right corner, it will swish itself a bit more further along towards wherever it wants to take it. Okay, so it's the same thing with the pistols, but the bow is always going to stay the same. All right, so that is what the ammo capacity does. Now the next one along, which is rate of fire. Now let me explain that to you. Now it's always the one with the symbol like the keyboard arrow symbol, okay, or if it was your CD player and you got a symbol like that sitting on it. Now if you select those, it will bring the bullets to fire out a bit more faster. Okay, so if I use my hands for this, right, and you haven't selected the top one right here, you're probably getting the speed that's going to be, that's all you're probably getting on every single pistol or whatever gun you're using. So if you wanted to put more of the rate of fire into it, if you selected that one or selected that one to go with it, you're probably getting sort of speed, pace out of it, so you can use that for it. So that sort of speed, pace I just did just then will be exactly linked up to this thing, which is a powerful assault rifle, which is an SMG gun that you might want to use. So pretty much everything else, like I said, with these things, they're all exactly the same, but some of the other weapons will allow you to cost a lot more of different things on them. Okay, so if you look at the assault rifle, the SMG gun I'm using, got on this screen at the minute. Now if you look at the recoil and look at the right hand side corner at the bottom, with the cost of the oils, it's only costing 2, but the nuts below that is costing 20, even though I got 38. So the assault rifles will just cost a lot more off you, pretty much. Alright, so you want to use those very wisely. Alright, the shotgun, you're probably not losing as much, but it is that main problem. But the recoil with this thing, it is taking 20. Alright, so most of the stuff on these things are just probably just taking about 10, but the springs, they're going to go down quite a bit as well. Alright, so next of all then, I'm going to probably say I'm going to take some reload on the shotgun, to be honest, with 38 nuts I've got. So I'm going to probably do that with the reload on it. Right, now with the reload, that will go grey in a few seconds. Right, now, so when I select it, which is going to take 3 animals off me and 15 nuts. Okay, I'm going to select it, and in it goes. Alright, so now, like I said, when I come out, alright, now, the reload will speed up a lot more faster. So if you saw that top right corner with the lines that's going across it, and if it goes red with just 1 above the 2, and if you push the reload, that red line will straight over the line, instead of taking about 2 seconds at a time before it loads itself up. Okay, right, now enough of that nonsense, because we're trying to throw them poxy pumpkins in the flicking basket, eh? What a load of bullshit for that. Right, okay, so with the coins and those tool things, if you've been getting Lara to read though, that's great for you to grab some more coins to spend on whatever you want. That's good. I have left a couple of those because I don't probably need as much, but I might grab some more soon for something else and all, which will be in the shop. Now, speaking about coins, you can get coins from the maps that's in this area, or any other map, like this map here, that one over there, that one over there, that one over here, that one over there, that one over there, that one over there, and they're all pretty much coins you can just pick up from anywhere. All right. Now, if you do some tombs in some of these maps, you'll be able to go to a woman that is in a stall place, and she'll be over here somewhere. And when you get to collect some stuff on the tombs, you can go straight to the woman and she'll give you 3 coins. They're absolutely free. You get as many as whatever she wants to give you. So if you didn't go to her when you did all the challenges and tombs and bits and pieces, you'll get a fair load more. All right. Okay. So that's all that. So that explains to you if you understand it a bit better. That's all right for you. Okay. Right. So what I'm going to probably go for is a new gun. And I'm going to explain that to you soon as well, which will be this assault rifle. Right, now that is costing 140. Now let me explain that to you. Right, if I can try and get the camera to stick in the right place. Right, on the left side of the red, which means, so if it's red, that means you haven't got enough, and when it goes white, you got enough. So on the left hand side where 44 is, that says how many you got, and as you can see a little line bending over on the right hand side with 140, which is how much it costs. It's exactly the same with the other bits and pieces you buy. Okay, whichever thing you're after, then you can grab hold of it. Alright, as long as you got the same amount for it to go grey like this. Okay, but I might grab it, but I don't know. Now that's rope extender. Now the rope extender will allow you to zoom up lines even faster. Okay, it's exactly the same if you play Tomb Raider 2013 version. But with Rise of the Tomb Raider, you're going to have to pay for it instead. Okay, right, now done. Right, to proceed to continue, which is on the I don't know if it was the last recording or the other one before that. The previous recording, I collected a new arrow that can stick through wood, if you've been following along. And the arrows that fire straight through the wood, they will look yellow. So if I fire one right now with L2 pushed in and R2 pushed in and let go of R2, ping, the yellow arrow flag will look like that. Okay, so you want to stick one there, and you probably want to stick one there. Right, if you fire one a bit too close to the other one, it will fall off. Okay, right, so the reason why I put one there is because I can reach over to there. Now, the way to get Lara to read that, to reach that, you have to point towards the L3 to point towards it. So as you can see, this is pointing yellow, so that means you're aiming at it. So Lara will grab hold of it. All right. Right, now we want to press A or X. Now you'll find a radio speaker there.
I don't know if you're reading me, Lara.
And you can skip those with all the speeches and stuff. Also, you might want to tie a string around this thing with L2 and R2 pushed in. Also, you'll find a locker there. Now, if you can see, it's quite gold, but it's supposed to be yellow. And the only reason why it's dark, no, it's supposed to look like orange. But the only reason why it's gold is because it's very, very dark, as you can see. But it used to be quite sunny. Right, so it's supposed to be orange, but as it's gold, it's the same thing, but it's the same colour. Right, so now with the orange ones, if it was sunny, you can use the axe, and if it's red, you'll have to use the lockpick. Now the lockpick means you have to hold the square or the X down. If you've got the axe symbol, just keep pushing the keep pushing the square or the X. And just keep pushing it so that I can rip it off. And that's given me a new part, similar part with the rifle, which is 3 parts. Now for each new weapon in each one of the lockers, you have to find 4 of the same thing. Okay, as you can see, there was a bit of a sparkle there. I'm going to leave that because you're going to pick up a bag. Like I said, you have to find bags. It looks like that, as well as some maps, some flat maps. Might come across some of them. Right, so like I said, want to pick them up, or if you pick them up, it will start to bring some things to flash. Like this cave here, it'll flash. The survival cache right just there that's flashing. So every time when you pick up a map or a bag, it'll flash. But if you come out the big map page I am now, it will stop flashing and it will stay exactly as these are. Alright, so always keep that in mind. Right, so the survival cache, like I said, I'm going to find it. It should be here somewhere. Right, if you don't know where it is, okay, what you can do is get the circle like this and point it at it and press A or X and it will go blue, flashing in and out just like this orange thing here. Now the orange one means you're going to have to go this direction. Okay, so like I say, don't know where it is, just select it. If I pull back, you can see a bit of orange and a bit of blue, and it's going in and out, in and out. It says I'm over here. Okay, so push R3 and the blue will point just there. Alright, well, I shouldn't need to, but just to show you. And the survival caches will just give you random stuff. Alright, whatever it wants to give you. Now I'm pretty sure there's something on here as well, or have I picked it up? Pretty sure I did. Must have done. So yeah, you can do that. Okay. Same thing as if you want some more coins, then just select the coins. Okay. Right, now this is a new scene that's going to turn up. And get ready for this, because this is where it's going to get more interesting now. Instead of throwing pumpkins all the time. A load of bullshit has to be dealt with, eh? Right, also you want to make sure you get a good set of guns as well, okay? And now you might meet 2 people that you might recognise. That's in a couple of the recordings I've done lately. And who are they?
I should never have doubted you, Dad.
But first,
I wasn't there when you needed me most. I'm sorry. I'll make them see that you were right all along. That you sought the truth, not fairy tales. I'll make it right, Dad. I promise.
and he's dead.
Lara, it's time. Jonah's waiting.
Yes. Anna.
Jonah.
What I can say to you, do not trust her. Never. Ever, ever trust her. Right, now, when I go through this hole, a new map will appear. And also, you got one of these spiky little things. Right. And here is the map. And sooner or later, as you can see, this is a bit darker at the moment over here. This will open up even further in a few minutes. I'll walk across all the way along here. Okay. It's exactly the same with this one right here. This one would have appeared up if I wasn't going from can't remember whereabouts. I'm pretty that one wouldn't have appeared if you didn't come along this line from a couple of other recordings I did that would have led you to here and make this appear. Okay, so it's exactly the same when you come along even further from here. Okay, this map wouldn't have turned up if you didn't go along this little yellow line here. Okay, so now if you look at the map on this one, it shows you on the left hand side with loads and loads of bits and pieces that's got to be picked up. So if you look at the coins, there was 3 out of 9, and survivor caches, there was 16 out of 21. Okay, and all those. So now if you move on to the next, when I move on to this next map, you'll find a little bit less on this one, which is going to involve one challenge to complete, and there is 2 lockers to open up out of 2, and 3 relics that you're going to have to find, and 4 documents, and 1 mural, and 3 coins. As I said before, with the tool blocks that I said about, you might have to find one that will give you 3 coins. If it says 0 out of 6, you'll have to find 2. If it says 0 out of 9, you have to find 3. And if there's only 0 out of 3, you'll have to find 1. And if it gives you about maybe 0 out of 12, then you have to find 4. And it's just basically that, okay? So as it says 0 out of 3, you just have to find 1 of them. All right? Okay, so first of all, what you want to do is either you want to tie some string around this thing, if you want, with L2 and R2 pushed together. Okay, or if you've been following along, you would have had a string tied up with the axe. Now, a way to do that, if you want to do that instead of tying the string up, you want to push X and square together, or press A and the X together. And I'll just swing across and make sure you push the L3 nozzle up. And keep pushing it up and just keep it there. There's a pole right here. Alright. So you met one person so far, which is Anna. Even though you met Lara once again on that last scene. Alright, so you want to get Lara to move herself a bit more underneath. That's bending down. Right, now what you want to do is either hop yourself over here, or you can hop yourself over there. And same thing again, X and square, or A and X, whichever one. And I should hook that axe onto it. Right, now just press A or X and you'll plop yourself just on top of there. Now when I move a bit more further, oh, nearly at it, and then the map will open up even further. Alright, so as I go through it, that's spread up even further. So now this bit over here has appeared. So like I say, whenever you start to move different places, you'll find the map bigger and bigger to allow you to think about, do I go this way? Do I go this way this time? Or pretty much like that, okay? Right, so this log here, it won't break, so don't worry. Now you'll find a bit of string tied up on this little spinny little thing here, which is where you're going to use your string with your bow. Again, with L2 and R2 pushed together, and push your nozzle and just keep pushing it up and keep it there, and press that square or that X straight on it for Lara to stick the axes into the ice. Okay?
Jonah must be up there somewhere.
Yeah. And here we go, another scene.
Extraordinary.
And there's Anna.
The divine source. It's in the center of the old city, buried beneath the ice.
Then it's time to move.
And
I
Constantine.
will notify the dig teams and prepare the transports.
Our men encountered the Deathless Ones in the archive. This will not be easy, brother.
The Holy Path is not meant to be easy.
Are the men aware of what they will face?
No. But they are prepared to fight and to die for the cause. That's all we need from them.
Constantine, now that we're so close to the end,
We've only just begun.
I'm afraid Trinity is just using us. What if they don't intend to let you keep the source? We should prepare.
No. You must have faith. I wasn't chosen by Trinity.
I think you volunteered, don't you think, everybody? He volunteered, did he?
Once the source is mine, it won't matter what they want. I will lead God's immortal army. And you. You shall live.
If you played this game before, you know exactly what happens, but if you never played it, then you'll find out sooner or later. Alright then.
Constantine, the prisoner is awake.
You have some feathers there.
I'm on my way.
Bark a tree you can grab hold of by doing your jumps with your A or X, and do the same thing with the X and A, or X and the special square. Shove yourself across this way and pull yourself up. Okay, there's also a squirrel there, which I'm going to try and kill, even though it's a bit mean, to get myself a skill point, which is quite nice, what you might want. Now, as I've moved over here now, look, the map's spread even further. Alright. So this is how big the map's going to be at the moment, because there's going to be another piece sitting around here in a little while. Okay. But also, like I said, there's a challenge to complete. And 2 lockers. 3 of the relics. Relics are in boxes. And documents are just in just a little book, or a flat thing on the floor somewhere, or anything like that. And the mirrors, they're like they're stuck on a wall or somewhere. Okay, right, now then, what you want to do is go across the log. Alright, do not go too far forward over here yet, because you want to find something first, which is a document, survival cache, which will give me 2 cloths. How nice. And cloths, you can use that to burn some stuff with some gas bottles. No, not gas bottles. Yeah, gas bottles, or some glass bottles. And now when you move a little bit, the scene will pop up like this. Where does the track lead? There's also a deer there. You can use your arrow if you want. Wish I am. So if you're quick enough to keep your L2 pushed in and then push the R2 together, the arrow will go straight in him. But if you leave him, he'll run off. Alright? So you can get your knife by pressing X or square to get Lara to pick up some bits and pieces off him. As you may have seen, what I might have picked up.
Everything looks clear. Keep your eyes open. We expecting company? Croft might try to rescue.
Well, there's 2 people in here.
Man wants everyone on high alert.
Right, you want to let that guy run off. That one over there. You want to let him run away.
Find out soon enough.
Alright, once he runs away, then another guy will come across, which is this one right here. He's going to walk off. You want to take this one out first with just an arrow. Make sure you get the accuracy ready. Now, as you just saw, that little diamond shape went across. Now, that is to do with one of your skill points you use. Right. Also, there's a bird there, but I'm going to leave him because otherwise a guy will spot me. So you can always use some bushes to hide. Missed. Yep. Right. So don't forget, you want to pick up some stuff from your people. Whatever they want to give you. Which is going to be some nuts and some arrows and a set a load of bullets for more of the assault rifle I've got there. And I think that's the maximum number I can carry. Where's that other guy gone? Ah, stuffing. Right. Now then. A challenge to complete is to do with these trucks. Okay? So what you want to do is explode them with these gas balls. Right? Use whichever weapon you want to use. That's blown to pieces, so that can't work anymore. So there'll be 1 out of 4, so you're going to have to find 3 more. Alright. Right. So, next of all, I'm going to go underneath this truck. Or digger. So it's a digger. Definitely a digger. Right, you want to go across the log. Don't worry about if you're pushing towards the right or the left. The log won't fall off, okay? As well as if you walk to the very end and push your nozzle up, she won't fall off. Alright, don't worry about any of that. Right, press A or X, straight onto the log and do another one. And press that again and push that square or X when it's saying it because you'll be dangling off. Right, press A again and X or any of those. Right, now these guys over it, they're going to wander off, which is what you want to do. Okay, let them bugger off. Right, now you want to do this very, very carefully. Okay, because once you get someone to see you, or if they want some more damage for you to kill them with, then they're going to make some sounds for other ones to hear their mate getting attacked, to allow the others to come to you and get you killed. Okay, right, what you want to do is go for this guy right here. Okay, so you're probably better off using an arrow, or possibly do a stunt. Now the stunt is when a triangle or a Y pops up. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. Is just then where I stood just a few centimetres before he wandered off. It'd be exactly like that. Right, also like I said, with the bushes, you can use that to hide. One guy's just there, he's trying to wander off, go in the wrong flicking direction. Now you can try and throw an arrow into the bushes and wait for him to come to you. But even though he's coming to me, so that's okay. So when the triangle turns up on the Y, just push that button. And I'll just kick those hidden in the bushes and give you some XP. Okay? So just do exactly the same thing. Right, now then. There'll be a couple more people around it. Also, if you run out of arrows, pick some arrows from there. Or you can craft some arrows with some feathers and some wood. Now the way to do that is to push R2. Okay? But if you don't want to use them and you want to find out what you're wasting, just push it just once. And that's just going to cost you 1 feather and 2 sticks. Okay? Right, there'll be a guy around it. Right, what you want to try and do is either leave him where he is, where he's wandering off, or you could try and get him to possibly go somewhere else. Okay, you can choose whichever one you want, but it's better off try and get him to go somewhere else if you want. Okay, so what you can do... Oh, I thought I shouldn't have done that. Now the other guys might see me. Might see him. So you can do that if you want. It's up to you, but it's a bit risky. Right, now then.
This is your first field out for Trinity.
There's 2 people there.
I was sent to help clean up the
Okay.
island after Croft
And basically you want to get over to here. Alright.
heard you had
But
to
do not
kill
throw,
Adrian, too.
do not fire any arrows yet. Okay.
Sun cult. Big bastards. Amazing.
So basically you want to come down here
Well, she did.
first.
Now she's our problem.
Yeah, Lara's your problem. Yes, indeed. Also, a guy down there. I don't know if I picked. No, I didn't pick his stuff up. So that's right. But as I said, those arrows will go red. Right, now the maximum that I carry is 35 with the 100 beside it. So you'll carry 135 from the first set of ammo bullets to be selected on your thing. I'll show you what I mean in a minute when I find a camp. There's a guy there. Shit. That was lucky. I'll wait for him to bugger off. And I'm going to go straight back in here. I'll wait for him to come to me. Or possibly throw an arrow to get his attention. But it's always best to stay safe, isn't it? Where are you, you knobhead? Don't mean you over there. Come on. There he is, he's coming. You can tell where he is where you see a blue light that he's wearing on his armour. Now when they got some armour like this, you can use a fair load of bullets to kill them. So basically you want to try and use your skills of hiding underneath bushes. Okay. As well as use an arrow to fire in the bushes to get their attention. There should be another person over there somewhere. So you want to be very, very careful of that lot and the other.
Heads up. I saw something.
Damn it. So you've got to be very, very careful. Now that guy, the guy that's coming towards me, you want to make sure the other guy's still facing the right way. So you can't see you. Alright. So always keep your eyes peeled on that. So as you saw the XP plus 4 sitting on there, that means you've done the same thing. Now as I'm walking slowly, that means I'm pushing the L3 up just a little ditty bit, not a lot. Now as I said, like I said, with the triangle or the Y, that means the stunt that Lara's going to do will come along. So if I push it, Lara's going to strangle around the neck with a bow. Okay, so now Lara will stand up because there's no more criminals around. Okay, so every time we hear that sound build up, that means there's criminals hovering around somewhere. Alright, well, you want to go over here because you'll find a very nice map for you to pick up. That sort of shape, you've got to look for those. When you pick it up, on the right side corner at the bottom, it'll say map updated. And that will show you some items on your main big page of your map. We'll bring up the couple of pieces and they'll flash. Okay, most of the reason why I'm not going to do it is because I know where they are. But it's always worth doing that if you don't know where things are. Also, I'm going to throw a can or a speaker over there, which I might use to drag people's attention Same thing with throwing cans and glasses. Throw an arrow over there. And throw an arrow over there, which is the yellow ones. We'll hop straight on top of that one, laying on the back. Now see if I can. There's the speaker. So now, like I say, you can throw those sort of things over there to try and get their attention. There's a guy over it.
What happened back there?
Bridge collapsed. Looks like we're gonna
Right,
have to
wait
fly
for these
up
guys to bugger off.
They found something up there.
Get sick of this fucking place.
Patience. If we succeed here, we can go wherever the hell we.
So you can do that. Okay, but also you want to hope that the people goes the right way, not the wrong way. Well, I think this guy's going to go the flicking wrong way, but the other guy's over there and all. So I'm going to run off. Just to be on the safe side.
Understood.
Right, now I'm going to come back in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So like I say, if you trigger them off, then you're going to have to use a fair load of bullets. Ow. Ow. Nearly worked. Now what I did use then was a grenade. As you can see at the top right corner there was 5 and that's 4. Now the way to use that is to press R1. Alright. Also you want to use them wisely. But also you want to, when you pick up some pieces from the people, you want to hope you can pick up what you're hoping to get hold of. Oh. You can have one of them. Oh, knock me off. Yeah, you're loading, are you? Is that wise? Yeah, you're falling apart. Oh no. Now, if you want to use less bullets with your rifle, just push the R2 just gently. Just like push it once or twice, or even 3 times if you want. 1, 2, 1, 2, and you'll do that. If you hold those buttons in, the bullets will fire out a bit more faster. Okay, so as I'm picking up bits and pieces, there's a shotgun shell there, there's a grenade thing there, and a couple of other ones. As it vanished too quickly, I couldn't read what they were. So now you end up back up to 135. Okay, there's 5 of the upgrades over there. I'll bring my camera in the right freaking place. You might be able to see it from over there on the right side of the screen. Okay, so it's always best to try and hide. Even though I didn't do that right because the freaking 2 people came at once. That was not the general idea, was it? Right, there's a couple of nuts there and there's a couple of springs there. Right, now then. Okay, so you probably want to come around here. Also, as Lars bending down, there's some more guys around here. And they're hiding somewhere. Also, like I say, you don't want to be going too fast. I know there's a couple of guys somewhere. Take some more arrows instead of wasting a fair load of the sticks and wood. You're better off going in here. because there's about 2 or 3 over here somewhere. There's definitely one up there somewhere. So if I hold L2 in, the circle will slowly move towards the enemy that you're aiming at. Okay, as you can see, that there was a little bit of red just then and a bit of white. Now it's gone red. That's what the accuracy's saying, that's what you're aiming at, and you're aiming at the right thing. You don't want to be doing that, to be honest. So there's just one guy over there. Oh crap. But what you can do, like I say, gas bottle there, you can use it with R1 with some flame. You can light up to burn people with. So you can use all those sort of things. Come on, you. And make sure you keep an eye on the circle where it's aiming at. Burn him. I'm pretty sure there's 2 of them. So now you can pick them up. Now, as I said, there's red of the ammo of the assault rifle. That's your maximum of those. Right, now remember the task of the challenge was to destroy these trucks. You've got one there. Ouch. Okay, so there's one over there. Right, now what you want to do is go down this way. There's something that you might want. Right, now what you want to do is stand about here. Oh, don't do that. Right, you want to stand it and then just press A or X, so she'll just hop straight across this. Move a couple of inches about here and press your X or square. And if it doesn't do anything, just keep moving a little bit and just keep pushing those buttons. It should be back down here. Or am I going a bit too far ahead? There we go. That's where it is. And that'll be a survival cache for you to take. Alright. So now, what you want to do is do exactly the same. Hop straight over and press square or X when the symbol turns up. Right, so that's that for you to have. Right, and then what you want to do is to go over here somewhere. Or is it a little bit further ahead? I think it's up ahead. I'm sure it is. Right. So forget about going that way. What we want to do is go over here, which will be a mural.
An old Soviet plaque.
Which will boost your R up a little bit. Okay. Sorry about that sort of sound, because it's just a plane coming down, which is occasionally it happens. Right, go through a little hole right here.
Anna must be close.
Yeah, Anna. Right, now there's a box here. That'd be a relic. Wait for this sound to drop off. But I don't think it does. But yeah, there's a relic there for you to grab hold of.
It's a stamp to seal
There's a stamp.
official Trinity.
Right. Now, like I said, with the assault rifle with 135. Now the reason why I've got 135 was because I selected this one to give you small bullets. Okay. So you would have had 90 to begin with, and you would have had 135 if you selected this one. Okay, and the shotgun shells you would have had 16 or 18, was it 18? I'm pretty sure it was 18. So it was either 16 or 18. I'm sure it was flicking 18. But yeah, it's either one of those two, 16 or 18. Okay. For the arrows, you only carry 20. Okay. So like I say, you can upgrade them if you want. Or anything like that. But the pistols, you only can carry 50. Alright, so if you want some more of that, you can use some of them if you want. So that's what that's all about, okay? Right then. You've got some criminals to deal with. Right, you also got a mark. You've got to put a mask on. Hold L2. As I said about a mask, Laura's using this little thing to breathe underneath water. Right, what you want to do first is let a few people wander off over here. Just wait for a few seconds. Right, and then press Y or triangle when that symbol pops up. Because if you didn't, you'll let other people know what you're doing. And they'll come alive. I'm lucky I paid attention this time. For whatever stupid reason what I did wrong there for the other things. But anyway, it's done now, isn't it? Right, so you want to go to the very end of this thing right over this corner. Right, and let go of that L2. Allow her to pull herself up. Right, also you got a guy right there. Right, you want to leave that for a moment. Right, so what you want to try and do is get him to move out of your way. Right, the way to get him out of your way, you might want to stand. Where would you want to? Where would you need to be standing? About here, I reckon. And then, no, maybe stand around here. Yeah, you're better off standing over here. And get Lara to stand just about here. Alright? And then try and sling an arrow. Any arrow. But as you can hear the hissing, and that bit, you want to go for the hissy bit. Now the way to trigger those is hold R1 in, and then let go, okay? But you don't want to do that because you want to push L2 and R2 to fire an arrow. And now that guy should bugger off. But he didn't freaking move, why? There you go. And do that, let him bugger off. Go round to the right side of this thing. Wait for him to move somewhere else so you can't fully see it. And sneak right behind him. And press that square or X. Okay? So once that's done, grab whatever you can get hold of it. And you'll find the locker that's orange. Like I said. This one's a bit more bright because you've got a bit more snow and stuff. So use your X or square and keep pushing it to grab whatever it's going to give you. Even though it's going to give me a heavy pistol part, which will be something like this sort of gun, but you'll get different specific things. Okay, right, so as that's done, what we want to do now is possibly grab a glass bottle, and you can burn it if you want by holding R1. And if you don't want to sling it, just press B, not B, Y, or the special triangle, and grab another bottle and leave it. Now you'll find a couple of guys around here. There's some over there. Right, what you want to do is wait for a minute and possibly move over into this bush right here. But first what you want to do is wait for them to move, especially one of them. Right, and go to the bush very gently with your L3, but then again you've got triangle now. So you should be able to do it without slinging a glass bottle. Okay. I was lucky.
Give me a hand over here. Sure. Hold on.
What are you saying hold on for? Oh, there you go. She dropped the bottle.
What's up?
This damn truck is dead.
Don't bother. We're not taking any of this
The
shit.
truck will be dead soon or later.
Suppose you're right.
Right. Same thing again. Go slowly. So Lara hides underneath. Triangle again. All white. For Lara to swish him into the bushes. Or strangle him round the bow into the snow. Bush. There's a bowl. There. Right, if you're trying to find things, then you want to press the special R3. Alright, now, probably what you want to do, because there's two people over there, right, what you want to try and do is sling it in here. So the other guy can come around.
Keep close.
Okay. Instead of wasting arrows. Okay. But if you was to choose to waste some arrows, then you're going to have to, hopefully people will pick up some arrows to give over for you. Alright. Look down. Look dead. Strangle around the neck. And make sure you pick up. But he decided to give you some nuts. Which is fine with me. Right, also you can try and find some more glass bottles if you want. It's up to you. What was that? Get in the bush. Get in the bush. Yeah, like I say, you can always just do that. Alright? And I've also picked some more arrows from the tree trunk, which is what you can do as well. Or can you carry 25 arrows, I wonder? Right, there's two guys there. You could have a chance to blow that up if you want. Uh-oh. Right, I'm going to hide in the bush. Alright. Oi. Right. So there's one truck there to destroy. And you can just do that. Right, okay. I'm pretty sure that guy was freaking in there somewhere. But screw him. Right, now you want to come round here and get just about the side here, which will be a survival cache to dig up, which will give me a stick of wood. How nice. Okay, so you'll find one of them over there. Also, you will find now if you go too far up somewhere, you'll get Lara to walk slower. Okay. Right, now what you want to do is go back this way for a moment for you to find another orange locker, like I said, and another rifle has turned up. Okay, gone the wrong way. Oh well, that's fine with me, but I'm not sure if you appreciate guiding you through the wrong direction. Not good, is it? Right then. So now, what we want to do is go straight up these steps. And then what you might want to do is go down here. We'll find another pot right just in it. And these are all random as well. So you might get different things. Also skill points just boosted up in the left middle corner, which is quite nice. Right, now what you want to do is possibly go round this side or the other way, because it's a circle, okay? So whichever one you want, whichever direction. There's also a relic box there.
A pendant?
Adam.
No. A modern reliquary.
Right.
There's a small human bone inside.
So, Adam, this time, if you see it like this, on the right hand side somewhere, in the middle corner about somewhere, I'm pretty sure it's roughly in the middle from the top corner, you'll find a symbol on it that looks like a magnifying glass. Now, every time when you open a box like that, it'll bring an item up with that symbol. Now, every time when you see one of those pops up, you're going to have to turn it around into certain places. And you're going to have to keep it there for Lara to read it. Now, a way to move it is use R3 key. Okay, you want to turn it that way, lift it up from pushing up it,
Saint Peregrine,
and leave it there.
patron of the terminally ill.
Okay, and then Lara will read it, and then your E word, E letter, will boost itself up a little bit. Alright, so that's that one. And the next one, like I said, you can go round either way. You might recognise where I am now, because you've got the steps, and back to this bit, okay? So you can do whichever way you want. Right, so there's a speaker right there to grab hold of.
We stand now on the
Yeah, you stand wherever you want. Constantine. Right, now you'll find a ladder, which is what you want to climb up on top of first of all. Okay. And a bit more paintwork, that means says you can grab hold of that. Right, now you want to continue moving forwards to find another relic.
box right there. A rifle shell.
And once again,
But
there's another one of these.
About this one.
It's a relic. A magnifying glass. It means you have to turn it around. So like I say, some of the ones that I've done on a couple of recordings, that doesn't bring that up. And you just press the special B or the very special circle. Right, now use your R3 nozzle again. Same thing again. Just turn it around it and bring it down.
Latin engraving
And leave
on
it
the
there.
end. Kill them all.
And let go. And the E will boost up a little diddy bit more. Okay, right, now what you want to do is continue on going this way first of all. And go around it, where you find a pot to grab hold of whatever it'll give you. Even though I've got a load of cloths. And you find a speaker right there you want to grab hold of.
I won't die.
You won't die, Anna. If you say so. Another speaker right there.
Got up close this time.
Okay, so there's another one for you. And also a ladder, which is what you're going to need to climb up on top of. Another little scene for Lara to grab hold of the Atlas once again.
Tiresome. Just give in to God's will. If you're gonna start preaching it,
Jonah.
So now you've got to rescue Jonah now. Right, so we'll hop down by pressing AOX and continue moving around it. Right, now what you'll find is a guy over there. I'm going to take him out. so he won't see you. Right, and press A or X, whichever symbol it shows you. And press square or the very important X quickly, so that I can have both hands on this instead of just having one. Tilt your L3 nozzle towards your left so that I can bend the arms towards the left. Now press B or circle to let go. And as that guy's falling all the way down there, there's no point in picking up nothing. Sometimes people fall off and some people don't. Right, this is another one of these where you need to press A and X, or possibly the X and square. And that last swing across the tree trunk branch, and she'll just fall down it, so don't worry about that. Right, also a pole right here, just swing across. Now let go of each button, every single one of them. The large is just to bend itself straight on top of this thing, or all this will fall apart. Okay, and another bit will fall apart, don't worry about that. Okay, and my controller has died. Oh no. Well, that's not very good. So, like I got one right beside me. Okay, right, so now press A or X, one or the other. And now come down and continue pressing once again. And just slide down, and another pole bit here. Press A with a bit of white paint sitting on it. Okay, right, you've got another guy right here. You want to take him down. Okay. And as you see in this recording, it's been a bit more longer. Now the reason why the other one was a bit shorter was because I was a bit tired, so I had to cut it short. So you've got a better chance of having 1 hour and 40 minutes or so. How about that? Right, press A or X again, zip your way down it. And as you may have saw something just a minute ago when I was zipping my way down that string, you saw a bag for you to pick up to show up some more bits and pieces. But you should end up having most of the pieces that I have picked up recently on this area. Right, before you go down another line, which is this line, before you go down there, what you want to do is get a bow or a pistol or whatever and shoot at this barrel gas bottle right here to explode this last truck. So get rid of it. And that'll be your challenge completed. Now zip your way down. And then I'll do a somersault with a bit of chain string around it. Right, now what you want to do is not go straight forwards over here yet, which means you're going to turn around and go around these curly little steps where you'll find another speaker right here.
Laura, thank God.
Laura, thank God, eh? Right. So, those are all of those. And so, this is what's going to happen next. Get ready. Another scene is going to pop up. Also, Jacob's team are locked up in there. So now Lara's going to free him with the keys that gave
Your
him.
loyalty to her is strong.
And there's Jonah.
I do. But even my patience has limits.
And some of this bit's my funniest bits.
Tell me what you know. Now.
Did you see something just down there?
Please, no. I was only doing what I believed was right.
Constantine. That's not very nice.
Sweep the cell blocks. Kill everyone.
Great. Lara. That's the best bit. But Lara should have grabbed that fire extinguisher the first way, shouldn't he? Shouldn't she?
Sorry. I should have killed him. But he was unarmed, I just couldn't.
Shh. You shouldn't have to. I am so sorry for getting you into this mess.
I thought I could keep up.
They're coming. We're surrounded.
This time I've got your back.
He's dying. We don't have much time.
Bar the door.
Alright, so there you go.
We've got to deal with her. We're almost in position.
Right. Now we're going to go to camp now.
Seeing the target yet. Waiting for orders.
Right.
I know that you like to read the archaeological journals now, but I urge you that if you see anything written which is less than pleasant about me, to ignore it. There are those who simply do not understand the work I'm doing here. Perhaps they're even frightened by it, but their fear and stupidity is not my concern, and neither should it be yours. I will explain everything in good time, my darling girl.
The people that were frightened, were they Trinity? You never told me. I guess it doesn't matter now anyway. They found their way to me. Now I'm going to have to deal with them.
Right, I think Lara's finished talking. Okay, so that is where we are going to leave it today. So, I hope this all helps, and I hope you've enjoyed it so far. But we're not finished with the game just yet, but we are getting there. Okay, right, so I shall catch you on the next one. I will see you again soon. Take care.